The best prize that life offers is chance to work at what it's doing. There's no better way to honor an outstanding leader, a political hero, a discoverer, an outstanding achiever, a teacher, a role model, an enigma, an egalitarian, and a mentor, than to inscribe his name and achievement on the marble of history for posterity. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was born in Lagos on 29th of March 1952 to the illustrious Tinubu family of Lagos. Young Bola left Nigeria for United States of America in 1975 in search of the proverbial golden flea, with heart brimming, with unrelenting determination to achieve his visions in life. On his arrival in the United States of America in 1975, and with the support of an ever-adoring mother, this courageous youth, faced with an unflinching zeal to succeed, took on many jobs to see himself through the initial difficulties of school at the Richard Daley College, Chicago, Illinois. The brilliance of this young lad showed his inability to make the honors list of Richard Daley College. He subsequently transferred to Chicago State University, Illinois, United States. Graduating with honor in 1979 and earning a bachelor's degree in business administration, accounting and management major. During his first year in Chicago State University, young Bola was given a rare privilege to partly teach other students of his faculty remedial tutorial classes. Most of his colleagues and contemporaries at the university attributed their improved grades to his tutorial lectures. Throughout his undergraduate years, young Bola was on the list and was honored with the Outstanding Students Award, the University Scholars Award, and the Certificate of Merit in Accounting and Finance. With his successful academic profile, young Bola contested and won his first political election as the president of the Accounting Society of the institution in his final year at the university. Upon his graduation with honors and several awards, young Bola taught his professional teeth at American-based Arthur Andersen, Deloitte, Haskin & Sell, now called Deloitte, Haskin & Touch, and GT Services Corporation, the largest communication and utility companies in the United States of America. Meanwhile, at Deloitte, Haskin & Sell, he broadened his experience by participating in auditing and management consultancy services of General Motors, Fox National Bank of Chicago, Procter & Gamble, International Harvesters, GEC, and other Fortune 500 firms. On his return to Nigeria with his international experience in financial management, he joined Mobil Producing as a senior auditor before he retired as the company treasurer. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a pragmatic leader, charitable, grassroots person, saw communal services as a veritable tools for social development. He never hesitated to serve his community, spearheading several financial contributions and fundraising for community development programs in Lagos State. He was an active member of Primrose Group, a political action organization pushing for fundamental changes in politics of Lagos State. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu opted fully for public service in exchange of his security job at Mobil. His first foray into active politics was as a founding member of the defunct Social Democratic Party, SDP. In 1992, he was elected as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to represent Lagos West senatorial district. At the National Assembly, he distinguished himself as the chairman of the Senate Committee on Banking, Finance, Appropriation, and Currency, a foremost committee of the Senate. With the annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, the consequent fresh militarization of Nigeria politics, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu became a founding member of a famous pro-democracy group, National Democratic Coalition, NADECO, which for several years engaged the military for the very soul of Nigeria. Subsequently, he suffered many arrests and detention, harassment, and constant threat to his life, forcing him to flee Nigeria for his personal safety. He, however, did not give up the struggle as he joined NADECO abroad to continue the agitation for a restoration of democratic governance in the country. In 1998, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu returned to Nigeria to heed a call for all Nigerians to join in the national reconciliation development. His distinct leadership quality, giant stride, achievements, successes, and challenges, and commitment towards a building and enduring polity and just a society must be continually celebrated because he stands tall among leaders. He has uncommonly displayed and demonstrated an intelligent hallmark of organizational leadership. As a cardinal dimension of transformational leadership, it is worthy of note to categorically stated on our belief, trust, hope, confidence in the leadership of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu because of embodiment of qualities, traits, full of vision, mission, commitment, self-sacrifice, consistency, passion, agent of change for betterment, risk taker, demonstrate ethical behavior, demonstrate love of Nigeria and her people, demonstrate leadership quality, determination, influence, inspiration to serve and lead.
When he asked us, do you have money to start this? I said, there's no money, even though we are still struggling to publish the magazine. And he said, okay, how much do you need? He told him a figure, and he just went inside and brought that in and said, look, just go and start this paper.
He discharged his responsibilities in such a manner that you could not rule him out of any serious circle in the discussion of where Nigeria should go.
And anytime he ran into problems, or ran foul of the laws of military dictators, one was there readily, to provide legal assistance.
It got so hot that some of us were arrested.
We all took our different routes and discovered ourselves in London.
The battles in Nigeria become too dangerous for a number of us, he in particular.
Perhaps what a lot of people don't know is the fact that he suffered a great deal. He suffered materially, his business suffered, his finances suffered, his family, his wife Remy, the children.
I remember that even while he escaped abroad, his house both in London and in the US became a sort of mecca. It was a rendezvous for credible activists who were committed to the democratic struggle of Nigeria.
In exile, he not only continued the struggle, but gave it an international dimension, putting in everything, his resources, his contacts, his network.
He's a dogged fighter. When he believes in a cause, he follows it to the hilt. He doesn't give up.
However, I think what Asiwaju will be remembered for him in the Senate was his principled stand for the annulment of the June 12 election.
Promises fulfilled is not only relevant at the crucial period, but significant to chronicle. This enigma is an achiever by virtue of all standard. A great leader with meek of human kindness, high-seat manager of men and resources, unassuming with sterling quality. He is no doubt a man worthy of emulation. As a social crusader and human rights activist, during the dark political era, he fought on the side of the people and became one of the voices in diaspora, calling for the enthronement of democracy and restoration of Nigeria's stolen mandate. He was widely acknowledged for his relentless fight for sustainable democracy, justice, and the rule of law, in the reversal of electoral impunity and the restoration through the judicial process of the stolen electoral mandate in Edo, Ondo, Osun, and Ekiti State here in Nigeria. He was two-time governor of Lagos State and remained one of the most influential, courageous, and highly principled politicians and statesmen in Nigeria. In a political culture where most members of the political class cross-carpeted to the ruling party for pecuniary reward, his resilience and steadfastness in giving inspirational leadership to the opposition is remarkable. It is a testimony to the depth of the conviction that have motivated and sustained him in politics and every other aspect of his life till date and beyond. The virtue of courage, determination, commitment, vision, focus, and strong sense of purpose that have characterized Asiwaju's politics were no doubt responsible for his extraordinary politician's emergence as one of the country's most successful governors since Nigeria returned to democratic governance. On assumption of office as a governor of Lagos State in 1999, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu inherited a state that was practically bankrupt. The country commercial now center was one of the worst victims in 1.5 decades of military dictatorship and neglect. Public infrastructure has disintegrated abysmally. Delivery of social services has collapsed in virtually all sectors. The environment was in chaos, as Lagos was routinely described as one of the dirtiest cities in the world. The state was largely dependent on insufficient financial allocation from the center, as she lacked the capacity to generate adequate revenue internally to meet her numerous challenges. The public sector was demoralized and ill-equipped, psychologically and logistically, to effectively perform its function and achieve a set objective. While the citizenry was annihilated from the state and thus demotivated from paying tax, or the one they paid being stolen, making the state technically bankrupt. The organized private sector had little or no incentive to partner with the government in meeting the immense developmental challenge of the mega city. Assembling a team of accomplished technocrats, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration drew up a 10-point agenda which it began systematically implement for the revitalization and reinvention of the state. The total budget of Lagos State at the inception of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration in 1999 was a little over 14 billion naira, while the state internally generated revenue was 600 million naira monthly. Yet, the public sector wage was 800 million naira. The implication was that Lagos State was entirely dependent on allocation from the center, which was grossly insufficient to meet the huge challenges of rebuilding a state that had been neglected and allowed to decay for over 2 decades. 8 years under Asiwaju's astute guidance, Lagos had become financially viable and autonomous of federal government. Lives and property had become more secure. public infrastructure was being aggressively modernized and expanded. There had been a dramatic improvement in the quality and efficiency of public health care, education, the environment, water supply, and public transportation. Lagos was attracting new investment in diverse sectors on a daily basis, despite the depressing national economic climate. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, from the inception, drew up a clear and focused action plan for the state in conjunction with critical stakeholders, including organized private sectors, civil society groups, and the public service. The result was the evolution of 10-point agenda, focusing on education, health care, job creation, poverty alleviation, power and water supply, public transportation, traffic management, physical planning, environmental renewal, infrastructure renewal, justice law and order, food security, and public sector reform. Tinubu's visionary administration restructured the machinery of government, creating new ministry, such as housing, physical planning, sports, and youth development, as well as women affairs and poverty alleviation. For more effective policy implementation, Asiwaju brought seasoned and accomplished technocrats into government as commissioners and special advisors in their areas of expertise. Through meticulous planning and disciplined implementation, the Asiwaju administration grew the budget of Lagos State excellently during his stewardship. A first-class financial strategist and surgeon, Asiwaju, through his creative and innovative financial engineering and re-engineering, took Lagos from yearly internal generated revenue of 14.46 billion in 1999 to 60.31 billion in 2006. By March 2007, the state has achieved a monthly internally generated revenue of 8.2 billion naira. This impressive revenue performance achieved by the Asiwaju administration in Lagos State did not happen by chance or luck. It was due to carefully thought out and effectively implemented policies, such as the introduction of the electronic banking system, revenue collecting monitoring projects, computerization of revenue collection process, introduction of electronic tax receipt, reorganization and professionalization of former board of internal revenue, and now Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, tax administration reform, and creation of robust database of taxpayers. Lagos State under Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu became a pace setter in sound and innovative public sector, financial management. In September 2002, for instance, Lagos State was the first government in Nigeria to raise a fund from the capital market for infrastructure development. This was in recognition of the fact that long-term funds were necessary for long-term projects. The state raised the 15 billion naira floating rate redeemable to prosecute such development projects such as roads, construction, millennium housing, water works, construction and rehabilitation of courts, waste management projects, and millennium classrooms, among others. The bond has since been fully redeemed, and other states and even the federal government has copied the Lagos State model under Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. As a result of his financial ingenuity, prudence, discipline, as well as extensive public sector reform for improved service delivery, the lasting legacies of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration in Lagos State between 1999 and 2007 are still there for all to see. This includes road construction, massive road construction, dualization, modernization across the state, such as Kudirat Abiola Road, Oregun, Obafemi Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, Akin Adesola Road, Victoria Island, Adeola Odeku Road, Victoria Island, Agege Motor Road, Ikotu Igondo Road, Yaba Itirelawansi Road, Lasu Iba Road, Ojo, Ajabadore Road, Etiosa, Obasekumade Road, Ikorodu, Ademola Adetokunbo Road, Victoria Island, and the expansion and modernization of Lagos Epe Expressway as the largest concessionaire project of its size and kind in Africa, among several others. In 2007, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu successfully handed over the mantle of state leadership to Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola's son, who continued to build on the firm foundation laid by his predecessor. In just concluded general election, Asiwaju's influence was not a critical factor, not only in his party retention of power in Lagos State, but its success in recovering the state it had earlier lost in Southwest in 2003 and 2007 elections. For his excellent performance as governor of Lagos State, the fact remains this, that Asiwaju is a dynamic leader, beacon of hope, the change agent for creating the nation of our dream. He has sense of humor as Ronald Reagan of the United States. He has the heart of father and heart of service to the people like Mother Teresa. He has a forgiving heart and humility as Nelson Mandela has to the people of South Africa. He has given love to the generality of the people as Churchill Whitney and Mahatma Gandhi gave to their people in their trial times. He has made a significant and lasting contribution to our society. He has enriched the lives of others, has a legacy that will stand the test of time and have continued relevance in the future. He has contributed to the quality of life and destiny of our country. Considered as outstanding in his areas of activities, is recognized by the entire populace. Today, the great legacy of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is built on by his successors, Mr. Babatunde Fashola's son and Mr. Akinwumi Ambode. Continuation of Asiwaju's outstanding policy template make the present Lagos administration of Lagos State an exceptional, technically different, and the foremost government in Nigeria and Africa at large. In conclusion, the motive behind this project is to give back to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu because it has given us so much. I implore the present and yet unborn generation to emulate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his undiluted creativity, ideological perspective, legacies in all facets of life due to the quality possessed. Asiwaju never regarded himself as having a monopoly of wisdom. Rather, he is always busy at his duty post, working hard at country's problem and try to find solutions to them. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also known as Lion of Bodilon, but I called him the King of Bodilon. Akirogun of Lagos, Agbakin of Ikorodu, the Jagaban Bogu of Nupe. His instinct never failed him. Thanks and God bless Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. God bless Nigeria.